No, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Up front.
She got it. I'm trying to figure out where my dog is. Did you see us? Did you see us? Me neither. Maybe the stuff hasn't come up.
Excuse me? I'm sorry, could you guys...
Oh, absolutely. I'm so sorry.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
We have some extra seats in the back if you want to fill in. Our graduates are all in. Gabriel from our Auto Mechanics program and Somers High School will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand.
Screaming.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. God bless America.
Thank you, Gabriel. Chloe O'Connor from our Fashion Design and Merchandising program and Putt Valley High School will lead us in singing the national anthem.
There's seats available in the second.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. O'er the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free? Thank you, Chloe. Please be seated. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Putnam Northern Westchester BOCES Career and Technical Education Graduation Ceremony for 2013. Thank you for joining us tonight to honor and recognize the tremendous accomplishments of this exceptionally talented Tech Center graduating class. Tonight, we will be graduating 525 students from our Tech Center. This is one of the largest classes that we've had in a very, very long time. I'm Kathy Ballasturi, the Director of Career and Tech. I would like to introduce the PNW BOCES Board, our administration, and our staff who are with us here this evening. From our PNW BOCES Board, our Board President, Richard Krebs, our Board Vice President, Kathy Lilburn, Board Member, Anita Feldman, from Central Administration, our District Superintendent, Dr. James Langlois, Assistant Superintendent, Dr. Lynn Allen. Assistant Superintendent, Mr. John McCarthy. And from our Tech Center Administration, Career Academy Principal, Mr. Jim Bellucci. And Career Academy Principal, Mr. Steve Lowry. I would also like to acknowledge and welcome administrators and staff from our component school districts who are joining us this evening for this wonderful celebration. Please stand so that we can recognize you. Thank you. The success of our students here at the Tech Center is in large part due to the tireless efforts, the sincere dedication, the strong commitment and deep passion for teaching and learning that is put forth each and every day by our outstanding Tech Center staff. It is my pleasure to introduce the teaching and support staff of the Tech Center. Please stand. Thank you, Tech Center staff. I would now like to invite Dr. Langlois to deliver the superintendent's message.
First of all, I'd like to welcome all of you on behalf of the BOCES administration and the Board of Education. This is one of the events that we are most proud of and most happy to see come about each year. As you know, because you were involved in it, there's a lot of work that's gone into you getting to this point. You've made some commitments, you've made choices, you've worked hard to get where you are, and I think one of the things that you should reflect on at this point, as you celebrate the completion of your work here at BOCES, is how well prepared you are for what happens next. I think that many young men and women graduate from high school. They don't know exactly what they want to do. They're not sure what they're able to do. They kind of make a choice to probably move on to college or something like that, and often it's just because they don't know what to do next. One of the things that you have been able to do here at BOCES is to learn a trade, to make decisions about, is that something that you want to do, that you want to pursue for the rest of your life? Is it something that maybe what you learned while you were learning that trade is, no, I don't want to do this, but you know, I've learned how to make those kinds of decisions. I've learned something about myself. I've learned how to look at what the world is facing me with, and to understand what kind of talents and strengths I bring to the decision. I know how to do what comes ahead of me. I know how to make decisions about my future. I think most of you are going to be going on to post-secondary education, either to a technical school, to a community college, or to a four-year college. You are way ahead of those who have not been part of a program like this. You know a lot more about yourselves. You know a lot more about how to make decisions. You know what you value. You know what matters to you. You know how to look ahead, how to create a vision for yourself, and how to step forward into that vision. That's the gift that BOCES has given you. That's the gift that the faculty that we just acknowledged has helped you to absorb. And that's also the gift that your family, your parents, your grandparents, your other caregivers, your brothers and sisters, they have supported you in getting to that point. You're moving out from here into a great new adventure. It's one that doesn't have as many guidelines, it doesn't have as many supports as the life that you've had up to this point. But one of the things that we are most proud of here at BOCES is that we've helped to prepare you to step out into that great adventure, and we know that each and every one of you will be a success. So congratulations. This is a great day for you, and we are happy to join you in that celebration. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Langlois. I would now like to invite to the podium our graduates who will be sharing their reflections. Our first student speaker is Brianne McCarthy from our Fashion Design and Merchandising program at Mahopac High School.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. First, I would just like to say congratulations to the class of 2013. You're all here because of your hard work and determination, which, in my opinion, are the two most admirable traits in the workplace. I'd like to share a very personal story with all of you. When I was little, I would wait up for my dad until all hours of the night. Being a police officer, he got home at hours that were way too late for an elementary schooler to be staying up. But I didn't care. I needed to see my dad and have our nightly talks. My dad has been my superhero since the day I was born, and I've always considered him invincible. My freshman year of high school, my dad became extremely ill very quickly. His condition was grave, and life as I knew it became uncertain. My whole world quickly shattered into small pieces that seemed impossible to put back together. I would dread going to school every morning because school was the last thing on my mind, and I felt my self-esteem became poor, and I had very little confidence. Though I always did well in school, I lacked purpose and direction. At the end of my sophomore year, several guidance counselors from BOCES came to my school to speak of their programs. Since I had always had a love for fashion, my heart was immediately set on the Fashion Design and Merchandising program. When I went to visit, I nervously shook Mrs. Tobin's hand and introduced myself. Little did I know that I was both entering the place that would transform me and meeting the woman who would become like a second mother to me. The first day of class, I was in awe of all of the different designs draped on the mannequins. Honestly, I was slightly intimidated. I was unsure as to whether I'd be capable of making such beautiful designs in only 2 years. Thankfully, through hard work and determination, I was able to create 8 outfits of my own for the fashion show. In BOCES, I learned how to turn all of my feelings into creativity. It was a therapeutic process that helped me channel my emotions into my creations. People were so different in BOCES. Mrs. Tobin cultivated a team concept of a non-judgmental classroom and staff that actually praised you for work well done. Before I knew it, I had become the person I'd always wanted to be. I developed confidence, became very outgoing, and developed a strong sense of being. I met many friends who loved me for who I was. Usually, people do not get to reinvent themselves until college. For me, and for probably most of you, BOCES was the early opportunity to reinvent yourselves. In BOCES, we've all developed skills that we otherwise would not have learned in high school. Along with the academic jumpstart, I can honestly say that we've all become like a family along the way. Never in my wildest dreams did I think I'd be standing up here as salutatorian. This was never my goal. I simply just tried my hardest in everything I did. As I mentioned before, I simply was and still am in love with what I do, which is designing and selling clothing. I'm sure that all of you would agree in saying that once you find something you love in life, you aren't doing your work just for grades or money. You're doing it for your own sheer enjoyment. It is strange to talk about myself being a shy, introverted person, because I think everyone here would agree in the last adjective they described me as is shy. Right, Mrs. Tobin? I've also met the 4 best teachers I've ever had in my life at BOCES. Mrs. Tobin, Mrs. Buckout, Mrs. Kramer, and Miss Bass. BOCES is truly blessed to have you as members of their staff. Since the day I was born, I immediately knew how blessed I was to have so many people in my life who would genuinely do anything for me. I would like to start with the most beautiful, loving, and hardworking person I know, my mom. Mom, if I'm anything like you when I'm older, my dreams will be fulfilled. I truly believe that if the whole world was like my mom, the whole world would be perfect. Thank you for being my best friend in my life. You truly are God's gift to both the world and to me. It is no wonder why my mom is such a supportive person. She was raised by the best people I know. Grandma and Grandpa, you haven't missed an event in my whole life. Whether it be a softball game when I was 6 years old or an 8 a.m. award ceremony, you literally have rearranged your lives around mine. Thank you for being my #1 fans throughout my whole life. Nanny, I know you'd do anything to be here right now. You always joked about me being the valedictorian of my class. Well, almost. But I think you'd be happy where I ended up. I know you're in heaven looking down at me smiling. Like you always said, you're always with me no matter what. I love you and miss you so much. And to all of my other friends and family, including my brother Brian, who inspires me even though he doesn't realize it, thank you from the bottom of my heart for supporting me. To my BOCES family, 10 years from now I hope to see you all. Whether it is at your own restaurant, hair salon, or mechanics, I know for a fact society is getting the cream of the crop from PNW BOCES class of 2013. Congratulations once again, guys, we did it.
Thank you, Brianne. Next, I would like to introduce Aaliyah Singleton from our New Visions Health Program at Peekskill High School.
Good evening and welcome staff, friends, and family. I am a student in the New Visions Health Program. Today is surely a beautiful day, and I thank all of you for coming. First, I would like to thank the administration staff for making this day possible. The staff gives great hope and support to the students. I also give thanks, especially this year, to the security for protecting our school. Secondly, I thank the families and friends that came to attend this event to support their loved ones. We worked hard to be here for graduation day, so I congratulate the senior class of 2012. We are in various classes that reflect our aspirations. I am very proud of each and every one of you. Now, Mr. Lowry forgot to mention the word and quote of the day. So today, the word is journey. A journey is traveling from one place to another, usually taking a rather long time. And today's quote of the day is, "Nothing stops the person who desires to achieve. Every obstacle is simply a course to develop his achievement muscle. It is a strengthening of his powers of accomplishment." And this was said by Thomas Carlyle. Success is all a journey. We have all dealt with the dilemmas, obstacles, temptations, and changes. A journey is truly an interesting exhibition, and it is a road that we begin at birth. So let me tell you about my journey. I was born in White Plains, and I grew up in Beacon until I was about 15. Then I moved to Peekskill in my sophomore year. Moving to a new town was something that was hard for me to cope with. I constantly asked myself if anybody would like me, how would this school district differ from my old one, and how will I do the best to maintain my grades. Despite all of my worries, I stayed consistent in my work, and I began to adjust with the big move. Towards the end of my sophomore year of high school, one day my father and I were having a discussion about possible career choices of mine. I told him that I loved food, so I thought about entering a culinary class. But I let my response soak in for a few seconds and quickly realized that I love eating more so than cooking. So I wouldn't be the ideal culinary chef. After some moments of thinking, my dad said, "You know, Leah, you are caring and compassionate. You seem happy when you help others. So why not look into healthcare?" So I thought about it, I went home, and I discussed my possible interest in healthcare with my mother. She told me to try out the medical assistant program at the tech center. So in my junior year of high school, I enrolled into the medical assistant program. On the first day, I noticed that there were 2 desks for 2 teachers, Miss Pomprion and Miss Ordonez. From my desk, I noticed that Miss Pomprion had a vivid character and she was knowledgeable. Every now and then, some classmates would tell me that she was crazy, but I didn't see her that way. I saw her as being passionate in what she does. Miss Pomprion is a wonderful instructor for anybody interested in healthcare. Miss Ordonez was more laid back and very helpful whenever a student needed assistance. Together, both Miss Pomprion and Miss Ordonez created an excellent teaching environment for any class. Now, as a senior, I was accepted into the New Visions Health Program. The beginning was great. The class worked hard, everybody was getting to know each other, and the teachers were kind. Miss Farlow was a caring woman who taught us the terms of medicine. Miss Collins is a spirited soul who always told the class interesting life stories, along with teaching us the structure and function of the body. And Mr. Brunelli is a clever and nimble instructor who treated the class to breakfast 2 days out of the week. Every week. Thank you for bringing in breakfast for the classes every Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, Mr. B. As I said, I like the eating more than the food preparation. The journey to success also has its struggles, which I'm sure that all of you can relate to. As the school year took place, I received news that my grandfather had passed away on September 22nd, 2012. I was in a state of shock and sorrow, and I was unsure on how to come back to school with a level head. But with the support of my family and friends, I was able to stay consistent in my studies. 2 months later, I received news about another death in my family. My aunt had passed away on November 16th. And I can definitely say that these two passings were the greatest obstacles for me in life and as I entered my last year of high school. Time is truly precious, and I send my prayers to anybody here who has lost a loved one. Our loved ones are watching over each and every one of us, and they will forever be in our memories and here in spirit. I would also like to give thanks to both of my sisters, Maya and Shanae, who have been my #1 motivators through a year that truly tested my willpower and my strength. Now, as the graduation begins, I just want my senior class to know that walking across this stage is an honor, and we have all worked extremely hard to be here. I anticipate seeing all of you smile as you shake the hands of the members of our board who have represented our school respectively. My journey is one that teaches me lessons, helps me grow, and remain humble. I thank all of you for listening, and once again, congratulations to the senior class of 2012. We did it.
Thank you, Aaliyah. Our last student speaker, Salvador Palizzi from our auto body program in Brewster High School, had a family emergency, so he will not be able to be with us here tonight. So thank you, graduates, for sharing your thoughts and reflections on your experience here at the Tech Center. Next, our Career Academy principal, Mr. Steve Lowry, will now address our graduates.
The trouble going on here is that everybody pretty much stole my speech for the last 3 speakers. So I guess I have to invent a new one since it's all gone. So how about I talk about you guys, the class of 2013. How does that sound? Well, it is an outstanding group of students, and whoever would have thought that the number 13 was unlucky? I've seen probably the best group that's ever entered the Tech Center before, and that's no fooling. And you can go back to the tape, because I didn't say that in 12, 11, 10, 9, etc., etc., etc. But anyway, we are so proud of you. We are proud of this student group because, believe it or not, they got close to $75,000 in scholarships and awards throughout their time here at the Tech Center to go towards the college of their choice or whatever they plan on doing. So that's a big accomplishment in itself right there. We had a record number of students in the National Technical Honor Society from the class of 2013. And we had over 150 students receiving 3 or more college credits and being accepted into the following colleges, just as to give you an example of some. We have Paul Smith's, Pace University, SUNY Brockport, Syracuse, John Jay Criminal Justice, Lincoln Tech, Buffalo State, Ohio Tech, University of West Florida, Sacred Heart, Fordham, Delhi, the Fashion Institute of Technology, Air Force, DCC, and WCC. It's an impressive list of colleges for sure. So I know Aaliyah thought that I forgot the word of the day and the quote of the day. I wanted to send you off in a routine that you guys have been accustomed to since you've entered the Tech Center, and that is our word of the day and our quote of the day, but we've tweaked it just a little bit. So the word of the night, if you will, is successful Tech Center student. And you know what that means? The class of 2013. And here is your quote of the night. To accomplish great things, we must not only act, but also dream. Not only dream, but also believe. And everybody here on the stage definitely believes in the class of 2013. Congratulations, you did it. Are you ready to graduate? All right, I don't want the people to the left of me to hear this, so I'm gonna whisper it. The class of 2012 was a lot louder. So, 2013, are you ready to graduate? All right, much, much better. At this time, I'd like to invite up Mr. Krebs, Mrs. Feldman, Ms. Lilleburn to join us here in handing out our jackets for our graduates. And also, if I can have our counselors, please come on up to the stage, because we are ready to go with our Health Academy. And so everybody knows the Health Academy classes are the law enforcement, our CNA, our medical assisting, our English language learners home health aide, and also our New Visions Health, but they will be graduating in just a few moments. And of course our teachers, Mr. Houlihan, Ms. Pomprion, Ms. Ordonez, Mrs. Collins, Mrs. Farlow, Mr. Brunelli. So at this time, we are ready for our Health Academy, and I'll turn this over to the counselor, Mr. Endres.
Saad Mughal, law enforcement. Deanna Sweeney, law enforcement. Louis Scagnelli, law enforcement. Ben Murphy, law enforcement. Frank Oth, law enforcement. Megan Clary, law enforcement. Gabrielle Rossi, law enforcement. Nicholas Voltis, law enforcement. Nicholas Filomio, law enforcement. Ashley Pagero, law enforcement. Jacqueline Rios, law enforcement. Meredith Lyons, law enforcement. Amanda DeMizio, law enforcement. Matthew Cashman, law enforcement. Zachary Campbell, law enforcement. Jennifer Paveda, certified nurse's aide. Carissa Tierney, certified nurse's aide. Morgan Beecham, certified nurse's aide. China Lampley, certified nurse's aide. Angela Bermeo, certified nurse's aide. Jennifer Cabrera, certified nurse's aide. Lady Vargas, certified nurse's aide. Jenny Harama, certified nurse's aide. Paola Matute Espinoza, certified nurse's aide. Angelo Lopez, certified nurse's aide. Jacqueline Sanchez, certified nurse's aide. Angelica Cardenas, certified nurse's aide. Talia Arpi, certified nurse's aide. Nancy Cabrera, certified nurse's aide. Ariel Ponder, certified nurse's aide. Shayla Alvarez, certified nurse's aide. Sabrina Jarvis, certified nurse's aide. Samantha Snyder, certified nurse's aide. Pedro Tacona, certified nurse's aide.
Borky Acapina, EL Home Healthing. Doris Ramos Alonso, Home Healthing.
Yanette Agnes, medical assistant. Karina Barantes, medical assistant. Sabrina Caronia, medical assistant. Janae Graham, medical assistant. Lisa Marie Hurling, medical assistant. Catherine Johnston, medical assistant. Bailey Lima, Medical Assistant. Laura Nikosh, Medical Assistant. Brittany Romero, Medical Assistant. Sabrina Schoenfelder, Medical Assistant. Danielle Simondinger, Medical Assistant.
Okay, next is our Culinary Academy, which also includes our baking and pastry and food preparation. And it's the teachers of Miss Giuffre, Miss Hollick, Mr. Tomaszewski, Miss Lowe Pratt, Mrs. Kramer, and Mr. Rapinski. And here's their counselor, Miss Batista.
Matthew Cullen, Culinary Arts.
There you go, Colin!
Harley Iodice, Culinary Arts. Megan Padilla, Culinary Arts. John Azanera, Culinary Arts. Jerry Fox, Culinary Arts. Olivia Derbabian, Culinary Arts. Juliana Corrado, Culinary Arts. Matthew Roscoe, Culinary Arts. Stephanie Nagy, Culinary Arts. Emily McGurk, Culinary Arts. Adam Montesinos, Culinary Arts. Jillian Schermacher, Culinary Arts. Victoria Olmo, Baking and Pastry Arts. Gregory Ross, Baking and Pastry Arts. Raquel Valorio, Baking and Pastry Arts. Jared Tyre, Baking and Pastry Arts. William Harris, Baking and Pastry Arts. Oh, Culinary Arts. Jordan Bird, Culinary Arts. Michael Gentile, Culinary Arts. Finn Quigley, Culinary Arts. Sarah Lohman, Culinary Arts. Brian Ricciardi, Baking and Pastry Arts. Kalila Cunningham, Culinary Arts. Rachel Swiker, Culinary Arts. Stephanie Ilardi, Culinary Arts. Danielle Nicolini, Culinary Arts. Nicholas Giordano, Culinary Arts. Sierra Rose Deegan, Culinary Arts. Angelica Dones, Culinary Arts. Jasmine McCrimmon, Culinary Arts. Mornique Morrison, Culinary Arts. Jakaya Thomas, Culinary Arts. Robert Camardella, Food Prep Assistant. Michael Herdman, Food Prep Assistant and Retail Services. Matthew Eichler, Culinary Arts. Maya Joyner, Culinary Arts.
Okay, we have our Construction Academy, which is next, and that includes our Architectural Design and Modeling class, our Masonry class, our Plumbing class, Welding class, Carpentry, and HVAC, and our Construction Electricity courses. And the teachers involved in those programs are Mr. Markel, Mr. Canamesa, Mr. Petricone, Mr. Simpson, Mr. Hopperman, Mr. Andriotti, Mr. Marino, Mr. Papura, and academic teacher Ms. Markova. So again, and their counselor, Mr. Mekas, will begin reading the names.
Alex Marito, Architectural Design. William Gossett, Architectural Design. Jacqueline Cervantes, Architectural Design. Ginny Ramon, Architectural Design. Brian McDonald, architectural design.
Oh, he's dating a senior.
John Potts, architectural design. Edwin Matute, masonry. Jason Villa, masonry. Roberto Rosario, masonry. Abel Perez, masonry. James Haviland, masonry. Sean Cobb, landscaping masonry. Giovanni Reyes, plumbing. Vincent DiDomenico Consolari, plumbing. Peter O'Kane, plumbing. Adam Menken, plumbing. Miguel Nagara, Kyle Barrett, plumbing. Dylan Hildrew, carpentry. Andrew Borelli, carpentry. Michael McNeil, carpentry. Avery Cross, carpentry. Louis Eastby, carpentry. Adam Rivera, construction electricity. Tyler Macchio, construction electricity. Michael McGovern, construction electricity. Christopher McGrath, construction electricity. Christopher Morelli, construction electricity. Sebastian Rivera, construction electricity. Luke Metzner, construction electricity. Brandon Abal, construction electricity. John Warren, construction electricity. Ethan Smith, construction electricity. Pat Lanza, construction electricity. Brandon Michael DiPasquale, HVAC. Brandon Tompkins, HVAC. Paolo Roca, HVAC. David Roca, HVAC. Dylan Boylan, HVAC. Tyler Mason, HVAC. Matt Adams, HVAC.
Okay, we're going to bring up our next academy, which is the Cosmetology Academy, which also includes our English Language Learners Cosmetology program. And some of the teachers associated with the program are Miss Ian, Mrs. Gilman, Miss Busati, Miss Sarika, and Miss Ramirez. And I'm going to bring up their counselor, Mr. Endres, and for our ELL Cosmetology, Miss Almonte.
Delic, Cosmetology. Christina Sprelli, Cosmetology. Jennifer Osiguera, Cosmetology. Kimberly Carapoli, Cosmetology. Melissa Marr, Cosmetology. Nicole Resnick, Cosmetology. Erin O'Connor, Cosmetology. Leanna Martins, Cosmetology. Clara Chavez, Cosmetology. Maria Paterno, Cosmetology. Ayana Varela, Cosmetology. Kristen Gaunt, Cosmetology. Megan McDonald, Cosmetology. Deanna Demeta, Cosmetology. Jessica DiChiaro, Cosmetology. Alexis Chomich, Cosmetology. Deanna Nair, Cosmetology. Mirvet Bramasova, Cosmetology. Chelsea Kelly, Cosmetology. Ashley Calderon, Cosmetology. Amanda Palmenteri, Cosmetology. Sylvia Dan, Cosmetology. Dominique Belchier, Cosmetology. Zeta Alston, Cosmetology. Kiara Frazier, Cosmetology. Mikhail Brown, Cosmetology. Laura Salazar, Cosmetology. Mary Small, Cosmetology. Teresa Stivali, Cosmetology. Alianne Morioni, Cosmetology. Justine Decora, Cosmetology. Annalise Lyons, Cosmetology. Cassandra Cheramella, Cosmetology. Brittany Bennett, Cosmetology. Gwendolyn Banta, Cosmetology. Nicole DiMaggio, Cosmetology. Alana McSherry, Cosmetology. Isaiah Crisp, Cosmetic Services.
Joanna Dumaguala, Cosmetology. Olga Ruedo Fajardo, Cosmetology. Itzel Coraza, Cosmetology. Cecilia Martinez, Cosmetology. Blanca Mora, Cosmetology. Degni Beltran, Cosmetology. Diane Torres, Cosmetology. Hennessy Baquedano Molina, Cosmetology.
Okay, now we're going to start on the second half. In the first rows, we have our New Visions Education, New Visions Environmental, New Visions Engineering, New Visions Health, and Urban Forestry. The teachers associated with these programs are Debbie Ashley, Michael Ratner, Jose Proano, Carlo Badrini, Susie Collins, Ronnie Farlow, John Madden, and Mark Hipple. So we'll start with New Visions Education.
Leanna Jagow, New Visions Education. Nicole Porter, New Visions Education. Megan Day, New Visions Education. Sarah Amarato, New Visions Education. Christina Toso, New Visions Education. Megan Shea, New Visions Education. Amanda Bowman, New Visions Education. Christina Basso, New Visions Education. Kayla Barlow, New Visions Environmental Science. Cynthia Bensberg, New Visions Environmental Science. Evan Rivera, New Visions Engineering. Christian Gilio, New Visions Engineering. Adam Howie, New Visions Engineering. Stephen Rivera, New Visions Engineering. Casey Adeyemi, New Visions Engineering.
Cameron Ramesh, Telecommunications Technology.
Aaliyah Singleton, New Visions Health. Jessica Arden, New Visions Health. Rachel Lerner, New Visions Health. Amy Pietagalori, New Visions Health. Maria Solera, New Visions Health. Kylie Flynn, New Visions Health. Megan Campbell, New Visions Health. Aileen Galvin, New Visions Health. Alexis Coletti, New Visions Health. Armando Allen, New Visions Health. Mark Lazar, New Visions Health. Cody DiNapoli, New Visions Health. Crystal Santiago Harmon, New Visions Health. Chantel Blyskill, New Visions Health. Alexa Kukalo, New Visions Health. Roisin Dowd, New Visions Health. Carlo Font, New Visions Health. And we have one more New Visions Health graduate who can't make it up to the stage, so I'm going to make a special delivery to Brianne Davis for New Visions Health. Okay, on to urban forestry. Jonathan Margiata, urban forestry arboriculture. Tori Manfredonia, urban forestry. Esvin Jacinto Cruz, urban forestry. Dario Wagman, urban forestry. Andrew Sion, urban forestry. Kenny Mathias, urban forestry. Peter Erickson, urban forestry. Kevin Corelli, urban forestry. Justin Voss, urban forestry. Max Lacadera, urban forestry. Lillian Angelucci, urban forestry. Lucas Stokes, urban forestry.
Okay, next is MCT, Retail Services, Office Skills, Ms. Scala, Mr. Gear.
Michael Herman, Retail Service. Kelsey Collins, Retail Services. Isabel Elderstein, Office Skills Business Practice. Evelyn Savera, Retail. Merrick Sarchek. Gino Pepe. Jack Domino. Daniel Harris. Chris Federici. Joseph Figueroa. Jasper Nadika.
Next we'll have our auto body, auto mechanics ELL, small engine repair. Mr. Zavadsky, Mr. Moralia, Mr. Pagoli, Mr. DeTaranto, Mr. Burge, Ms. Petriello, Mr. Miranda, and Mr. Garrity.
Taylor Tenora, auto body. Tara. Whoops. Emily D'Amico, auto body. Jordan Lynn, auto body. Dylan Pignatelli, auto body. Jacob Burdick, auto body. Michael Zenon, auto body. Joseph Antonelli, auto body. Stephen Almache, auto body. Edison Aravallo, auto body. Louis Sari, auto body. Frank Shartner, auto mechanics. Shane Digert, auto mechanics. Johannes Odom, auto mechanics. Liam Kenny, auto mechanics. Nicole Keneally, auto mechanics. Chris Soto, auto mechanics. Michael Matessino, auto mechanics. Andrew Moffat, auto mechanics. Clayton Lewis, auto mechanics.
Juan Ordóñez, auto mechanics. Manuel Quispe, auto mechanics. Elder Salguero, auto mechanics. William Barros, auto mechanics.
Chris Memoriello, auto mechanics. Tyler Quas, auto mechanics. Julio Alicio, auto mechanics. James Radicai, auto mechanics. Jonathan Inga, auto mechanics. Zachary Langer, auto mechanics. CJ O'Brien, auto mechanics. Nick Yamicelli, auto mechanics. James Mulcahy, auto mechanics. Charlie Camilleri, auto mechanics. Kevin McCuffa, auto mechanics. Charlene Curry, auto mechanics. Akil Palmer, auto mechanics. Gabe Sather, auto mechanics. Dan Titka, auto mechanics. Justin Hayes, auto mechanics. Justin Jameson, auto mechanics. Cody Jados, auto mechanics. Ryan Lebey, auto mechanics. John Bassi, small engine technology. Corey Rodriguez, small engine technology. Jack Shaw, small engine technology. Elliot DeJesus, small engine technology. Freddie Machizaka, small engine technology. Alonzo Small, small engine repair. Jillian Montesi, small engine technology. And Paul Papano, small engine technology.
Next from our Communications Academy, ELL Computer Graphics, Advertising Art, Digital Design, Animation, Digital Media, TV Production, TV production, animation, childcare. Child development, fashion design, and child care aid. Staff associated with the Academy are Ms. Gutman, Mr. Armisto, Ms. Garofalo, Ms. Scheffel, Ms. Marks, Ms. Gerling, Ms. Tobin, Ms. Bass, Ms. Cookhout. Other staff, Ms. McGuire, Ms. Russo, Ms. Gomez, Ms. Bowler, Ms. Jackson.
Christina Dama, Dakota Knoll, Kiera Khan, Bianca Provosto, Crescent Mas Karenhas, Stefan Nieves, Timothy Barnard, Computer Graphics. Gino Graziano, Computer Graphics. Michael Raffrano, Computer Graphics. Doug McKim, Computer Graphics. Grant Novo, Computer Graphics. Emily Luckower, Computer Graphics. Jose Chavez, Advertising Art and Digital Design. Mary Goldsmith, Advertising Art and Digital Design. Sarah Rosinger, Advertising Art and Digital Design. Jacqueline Guevarez, Advertising Art and Digital Design. Kiara Jones, Advertising Art and Digital Design. Christopher Marini, Advertising Art and Digital Design. Cassandra Nicholas, Advertising Art and Digital Design. Danielle Erickson, Animation and Motion Graphics. Allison Tabachi, Animation and Motion Graphics. Alexander Worth, Animation and Motion Graphics. Taylor Simon, Animation and Motion Graphics. Sean Doyle, Animation and Motion Graphics. Jaime Aguirre, Animation and Motion Graphics. Kyle Mallon, Digital Media. Dominic Shilio, Digital Media. Daniel Cooney, Television Production and Digital Film. Michael Loperfido, Television Production and Digital Film. Paul Lupo, Television Production and Digital Film. Robert Schneider, Television Production and Digital Film. Alyssa Frickman, Television Production and Digital Film. Ben Morganti, Television Production and Digital Film. Jamie Montesinos, Television Production and Digital Film. Evelyn Ramirez, Child Care Aid. Samantha Frederick, Child Care Aid. Amanda Klein, Child Care Aid. Erin Mitchell, Child Care Aid. Ashley Panos, Child Development and Education. Alexandra Pittman, Child Development and Education. Lisa Farr, Child Development and Education. Jessica Irving, Child Development and Education. Ariana Reinhertz, Child Development and Education. Lauren Cesare, Child Development and Education. Caitlin Dalton, Child Development and Education. Catherine Chuney, Child Development and Education. Antonia Lazara, Child Development and Education. Laurel Meyer, Child Development and Education. Norma Rubio, Child Development and Education. Emily Bellotti, Fashion Design and Merchandising. Nicole Santamarena, Fashion Design and Merchandising. Fior Dela Cruz, Fashion Design and Merchandising. Jessica Ullman, Fashion Design and Merchandising. Alexis Bertuzzi, Fashion Design and Merchandising. Jaleesa Grant, Fashion Design and Merchandising. Aja Timms, Fashion Design and Merchandising. Brianne McCarthy, Fashion Design and Merchandising. Francesca Ricci, Fashion Design and Merchandising. Chloe O'Connor, Fashion Design and Merchandising. Kirsten Bellick, Fashion Design and Merchandising. Jordan Friedman, Fashion Design and Merchandising.
And now we're going to hear from, I know I got to use my inside voice, we got to hear from Mr. Bellucci. He's going to give you a closing commencement address. And right after that, we have Mikhail Brown that's going to read us a poem. So Mr. Bellucci.
Thank you, everyone, for coming tonight. We have beautiful weather, thank goodness, this year. I'll get some time to do the speech that I intended to do last year. But because of some weather, we didn't quite get to it, so my work was shorter this year. But I want to tell you that the words I'm using are timeless. I didn't make them up. They may be cliche, but their meaning is full to me. They remind me of the quote of the day, so we're all used to that. One long string of important comments and thoughts for you to take from the Tech Center and take home tonight and hopefully live by the rest of your life. So as we conclude our ceremony, as you move on to the next stage of your lives, some of you will be sad to say goodbye. Sad to say goodbye to your school, your classmates, and maybe even a teacher or principal or two. Others can't wait to leave it all. They can't wait to leave it all behind, to get away from this and move on. Either way, it is a time of joy and celebration, but I want to remind you of a few things. As you graduate, it's likely that success and happiness are high among your goals. That's fine, but be careful. They don't always come together. Not all successful people are happy, and not all happy people are successful. The thing to remember about happiness is that it's not determined by what you have or even what happens to you. It's a function of how you think about your life. Optimism and gratitude are powerful happiness potions. If you want to be happy, discipline yourself to look for the best in people and situations. If you draw a lesson from every mistake and setback, failures transform from stumbling blocks to stepping stones. The surest road to happiness is formed by good relationships. Choose friends who want the best for you and bring out the best in you. Be willing to love with all your heart, but don't put the key to your happiness in anyone else's pocket by making it depend on the love or approval of anyone, and certainly don't make anyone a priority who only makes you an option. Finally, don't settle for a little life. Fill it with purpose and meaning, and people worthy of your love and respect. Remember, it is hard to be the person who never gives up. Be a person who never gives up. Life is beautiful if you do not get weak, Be strong out there. Now summer vacation is around the corner. Please enjoy this time. Be safe. Make every day count. The best of everything to all of you, the class of 2013. Congratulations. Now, I would like to introduce Mikkel Brown, a cosmetology student from Oscar High School, who will read our closing poem.
If there were ever a time to dare, to make a difference, to embark on something worth doing, it is now. Not for any grand cause necessarily, but for something that tugs at your heart, something that is worth your aspiration, something that is your dream. You owe it to yourself to make your days count.
So before you depart tonight, make sure you thank your family members for coming out and supporting you tonight, and definitely your teachers. And again, you guys were a phenomenal class. Let's hear it one last time, the biggest, loudest we can.